Hey guys, so over the past week or so, I have been reliving all of the memories of my journey from Maryland out to Los Angeles. Corey and I, my co-host on the the Anthem podcast, took 10 days to drive across the country, and we got to see so many fantastic things. And I wanted to share some of those memories with you. So this is a compilation of some video updates I did for my Patreon subscribers over the course of that entire week. And I hope that you feel the same way I did about my journey across America. Speaking of Patreon, if you'd like to be a supporter, feel free to go to patreon.com/Robert N. Cheek, where you can become a monthly supporter and you get access to all sorts of bonus materials you're not going to see anywhere else. If you don't want to be a supporter, that's totally fine. Just make sure you add me on all your social media so you can see everything that's going on at Robert N. Cheek on all your social networks. Well, without further ado, my trip last year at Compilation. Hey everybody, so after much delay, we've had to postpone a few times and then delay. It is now 10:04 local time, local being Baltimore, and I am finally headed out. I am out off on the road and we are about to hit it and head west. So I wanted to take just a second to check in with everybody and let you know how much I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for everything that you've done to support me over the last few months, and I hope that support continues into the future. It's a late start, it's going to be a long night, but I didn't want to miss an opportunity to say hi to everyone and to say, hey, thank you for everything that you do. I wouldn't have been inspired to do this without you. So you guys are the best. Keep looking for updates from the road. I'll update whenever I can, and we'll just take it from there. All right, so thank you guys again, and we will see you next time, but on the way to LA. Hey everybody, so I just wanted to check in with everyone. We have safely made it to first destination. 550 miles down and 2,500 or so to go, but we are well on the way. I look a mess. I look like I haven't slept in 24 hours, and that's because I haven't, but happy that we have made it this far. Everybody's safe and sound, no incidents to speak of. It's a little chilly out here, but thank you for everybody who sent all your kind words. Yes, we are underway, and yes, we are here at our first break and we are safe and sound. So tomorrow, well, later today, onward to Chicago, and we'll be there for 2 days. So anybody who's in Chicago, let me know because we're around. Otherwise, I am exhausted and I am going to bed. So keep following along for updates at Robert N. Cheek everywhere, at the Anthem as well. You can see how shaky I am. Yeah, so make sure you follow along, and we'll keep updating as we go along. So everybody enjoy your Wednesday? Say Wednesday? Hey everybody, so in day 2, it is like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We're still in Detroit, so we are heading to Chicago a little later than we thought, but it was a rough day 1 with the late leaving and everything. So we're checking out some of the sites here in Detroit. We are walking down Lafayette Avenue. We just had lunch at this fantastic place called Slow's Barbecue. If you are ever in Detroit, I highly recommend the place out, Slow's Barbecue. So, sorry, Corey's taking a picture and distracted me. But we'll continue checking in as we go along, so keep following along with us. I cannot wait until we get to Chicago and settle in there. But otherwise, keep in touch, everybody, at Robert and Cheek on all your social networks. And anyway, so I'll let you go with a view of downtown Detroit. Take care, everybody.
Look at that sign, Rob.
Hey everybody, so sorry for the low light, but we are on the road, so I just wanted to kind of check in. Day 2, and we are headed west now from Detroit to Chicago. I'm in a little bit of traffic on 96, if anybody has any idea where that is. But basically, I wanted to run through a couple of things. Thoughts today coming from Detroit. So, we were in Detroit in 2014 for the ALDS game. Had a great time. It's really kind of part of OTA's history. So I think it was really fitting that we made sure to stop through Detroit on our way out west, because obviously this is OTA taking LA, and Detroit trip was a big part of our history. So I'm glad we had the chance to do that. But something else, one thing before that, we got a chance to stop by the old Tiger Stadium. There's kind of an infamous, if you want to call it that, picture in OTA history of us standing on the mound at Tiger Stadium, Nevins Field, and that memory is so stark in my my brain that I remember how much fun that trip was and how much I enjoyed it. So it was really kind of tragic to see what state the field is in now. And if you want to see a picture of that, go to at Robert N. Cheek on Instagram. I uploaded some pictures from there. But after lunch and after seeing the stadium, we headed over to the Motown Museum. And, I've been kind of a fan of Motown, but I'm not, like, big into it. I like the sound. I appreciate the music and I appreciate the history, but I was never big on, I was never an obsessive fan of Motown. But it was interesting to go to the museum and kind of get a bit of history that I hadn't had before. Berry Gordy, who started Motown Records, Tamla, and then Motown Records, got an $800 loan from his family. In today's dollars, that's about $6,500. So he started with $6,500 in 2016 dollars. And from that, he built a $20 million enterprise, which would be worth, $1 billion in today's terms, of the same time period. So, we're taking this trip out to LA. We're moving out there. We're taking these big risks to try and hope and get a big reward. And I don't think we could have picked a better stop than the Motown Museum. To hear that lesson about Berry Gordy taking a risk, betting on himself, betting that he knew what was best, and going for it. And that's exactly what we're doing on this trip. So, I've been hearing a lot from people over the last few weeks, and especially the last few days, about how, like, oh my God, it's so crazy you're doing this, and some people think it's a great thing, and some people think it's a crazy thing, and it's probably a little bit of both. But if you're not willing to bet on yourself, why would anyone else ever bet on you? You need to make that decision, and we are making that decision now. We are moving our entire lives across the country. You probably can't see very well, but my car is packed. Everything that I own in this world is in this car with me right now. And I am heading out to try something new in a new place and hoping that something works out. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But I'm willing to bet on myself that I can make something big out of this. And, I am always the person who says you are the exception and not the rule, and keep that in mind. That when you hear about Berry Gordy taking $800 and making $1 million enterprise out of it, that's the exception, not the rule. But I think that the idea of people betting on themselves is so rare today that if you are really backing yourself, if you're really backing the things that you stand for, that you can't lose. And even if you don't make the $20 million, even if a year from now or 6 months from now, I'm making this trip in reverse, packing my car with everything that I own, or even worse, packing up a suitcase and taking a plane back because that's all I have left, it will be worth it because at least I took the chance to bet on myself. And no better example of that than stopping at the Motown Museum and seeing what a guy built with $800 and a dream. So I got a little bit more than that. It's $6,500 in today's dollars. I got a little bit more than that, but things are also a lot more expensive than that these days. So we are going to do the best that we can. We are going to put on the best effort, and I'm so happy that I have so many supportive people along the way who are here and helping out and giving kind words. So thank you guys so much. I've bet on myself, and you've bet on me too, and I am hoping to not disappoint. So we are onward down 96. We're cutting through most of Michigan, a little bit of Indiana, and then we'll be in Chicago. I'll be sure and update when we get to Chicago, so make sure you check that out. And thank you guys so much for coming along on this ride with me. I could not do this without the support of all of you, so thank you. And I hope that you find a little inspiration from me today. And of course, I'm available at all your social networks at Robert N. Cheek. Make sure you check that out at robertncheek.com. Links to my books and my news website and the political blog and all that stuff. You guys already all know that. But I'm looking forward to sharing this adventure. We are on day 2 of 9. So get ready, because we are not done yet. But next time you hear from me, I will be in Chicago, and we will be settling into the hotel. So I will talk to you guys then. Hey there, everybody. So day 2, update 3. If you wonder where we are, this is beautiful Chicago, Illinois, 3rd largest city in the country. So we just had some delicious pizza at Pizza Duo, which has an interesting story, which Corey can catch you up on, and I know he's watching me, so you have to ask him about that story. But something about selling the brand and something. Anyway, deep dish pizza was delicious. It really hit the spot. Now we're taking a little stroll, trying to work off some of the pizza. We're headed to Chicago Theater. Make sure you're following along at Robert and Cheek on all your social networks, especially Instagram. You'll be able to see all the photos from Chicago, the photos from Detroit, everything that we've been doing for this trip and for the next 5 days as we cross this country. So make sure you're following along there. Chicago is beautiful. It's a little chilly. I would never live here, but it's nice to visit, and I would love to come back in the summertime when it's not this cold. But anyway, so thank you guys for playing along with us. Make sure you're paying attention, following along at OD Anthem, at Robert and Cheek, for all the photos and videos and everything we have coming on. I'm going to try and update again before the end of the night, but otherwise we will update you in the morning. So make sure you're following along. It's crazy, but finally we have a little bit of time to relax, and you really can't beat it. So thanks, guys, and keep following, because more fun stuff's coming. So I know I just updated, so a pain in the ass, but you guys have to see this view. It is unbelievable.
I wonder if they do nighttime business.
I don't know. That's the Chicago River. Wabash Avenue is over there. Lowe's. It's absolutely gorgeous here. We're crossing the river right now on the bridge. But
hey, baby!
Sandwich, Illinois. I've been to some blue.
Welcome to my life.
Laura getting hollered at on the street. What up? How you feel, shorty? What you doing? Yeah. Yeah. Where's your brother to defend you?
Right?
Walking 30 meters ahead, didn't even notice.
What happened?
She just got hollered at on the street.
Did you kill somebody?
Yes, absolutely. But so yeah, so we're crossing to the, what is this, the north side of, no, south side of the river. Yeah, we're headed south. So we just crossed from the north down State Street. The most interesting parking garage I've ever seen right there, where you park on the outside and drive through the inside. It's crazy. Detail sucks in this, but Chicago is an amazing city. I am stunned and awed. I am in love with it. If it wasn't on Lake Michigan, if it wasn't wintertime 9 months a year here, I would absolutely love to come visit more often, but I'm more set for the tropical weather, so that's why we're heading to LA. But so that's basically it. We'll give you one last view from what is the corner of State and something. State and Wacker Drive on the south side of the river. Just, the camera does not do it justice. It is amazing. So, as always, I'm so happy that I can share this with you guys. Like, this cross-country adventure is ridiculous. We have now driven, I don't know, nearly 800 miles to get here. We stopped in Detroit. We got to see everything that Detroit had. You know, as you saw from my earlier video, like, pick up a couple lessons along the way. And that's what this is all about. We are moving to LA. We are chasing dreams and placing bets on us. And we are going to get to see some amazing things along the way. So I hope you guys come along for the adventure. So look for hashtag OTA takes LA on Instagram, Facebook, here on Periscope. We'll keep updating the videos. We are headed to the Chicago Theater now. I'll spare you more video from then. But I'm like a kid in a candy store. Like, I love going to new cities. I guess we could, because we're almost there, right? So, for those of you who are new, that's Corey. That's the other half of the Anthem. That's Rachel. That's Laura. This is me. I'm Rob. Yeah, and so make sure you're following at Robert and Cheek on our social networks where you can get all the pictures of some of the amazing stuff that we have going on. So, I wish we could stay here. I wish we could make this trip like weeks long, but we only have a short amount of time. So we're going to go see the Chicago Theater. We are going to go home. Actually, I'm going to stop by Wrigley Field. So if you're following on Instagram, you'll see pictures of Chicago Theater and Wrigley Field. And then tomorrow's a big day, and we're going to be, there's the L. We're going to be checking out a lot of the sites. So follow along. I'll be on video on Instagram, Periscope and Instagram all day. It's amazing. There's just no other way to describe it. It's the whole experience. So, and this is day 2. We're on day 2 of 9. Yeah, this is basically our well, no, it's, yeah, because we were in Detroit earlier, so it's basically our first day of adventure.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oh, yeah. I miss New York. Just being here for a little bit makes me miss New York. But I know that LA is going to have a whole bunch of other adventures. So. I miss the city. I really miss the city. But as a parting thought, here you go. The Chicago Theater. Iconic. I love it. It's fantastic. So follow along at the Anthem, at Robert and Cheek, hashtag OTA takes LA. That's where you can find all the pictures. So thanks guys. Have a good night.
Are you doing
dual light? Oh, look at this. Oh.
much like the Bean where we currently are, and it's all about like the narcissism of taking
seriously, this is the
pictures.
This is the most narcissistic site we've ever been to. Which, by the way, means it's perfect for me. That's why I like it.
I know it is when Rachel says like I want one by myself. Like,
so yeah, so that's us. That's it behind us. So for anybody who's never been here, that's it. So we are here on day 2 of Chicago, day 3 of the trip. Still headed west. We are sightseeing today. We got a little bit of a late start today.
It's because we were up till 4 a.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, it felt like 4 to us. So, but we are going to push through tonight and get as exhausted as possible today so that we can sleep well and get on tomorrow. So where are we headed tomorrow, Corey?
Omaha.
Are you excited about Omaha?
No, not really. I can't wait to see the zoo. I hear they have a great zoo.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be a sad polar bear, like in a concrete enclosure.
Just one polar bear chained to a rock.
So yeah, there you go.
Welcome to Omaha. Here's our bear.
So thank you guys for supporting the Anthem. Thank you guys for supporting me. We love you guys so much. And make sure you stay posted. What you want to look for is hashtag OTA takes LA. That's how you're going to find all the pictures. You're going to find all the periscopes. You're going to find everything that you need right there. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere. Hashtag OTA takes LA. And stay up to date. We got some great pictures from Willis Tower. We were at Willis Tower earlier.
Yeah, as soon as I can get back onto my Facebook account, I'll be posting a lot more things. But in the meantime, it's just Twitter and Periscope. So.
Yeah. We walked, took the train up to Willis Tower. We came down to the riverfront area, Willis Park. We're going to head up and get some Gino's East. I know Corey's excited about Gino's East. So we're going to get some more deep dish.
That's deep dish.
We're going to get some more like we had last night. And then we were going to be onward and upward and more sightseeing. And it's probably like 2 o'clock now. So stay posted for more pictures and more updates.
All right. Bye from the Bean.
Bye, guys. Hey everybody, so here we are. It's day 4, second check-in of the day. I hope everybody back home is doing well. We are in Omaha, Nebraska tonight. We're having dinner at a lovely place called the Twisted Fork. this is possibly my new favorite restaurant, other than the Market Street Public House, of course. But it's got the same feeling, like a real down-home feeling. I love it. Love everything about it. And it's in this area of Omaha that's called the Old Market. And it's called the Old Market because it looks like this. So yeah, it's basically an old street. And Corey's comment was that basically if it was a then and now catalog or picture, that it would look basically the same, and it absolutely would. It's insane. But unfortunately, we are only in Omaha for the night. So, hey, there's Corey.
Hey guys, you're gonna want to come check this out.
Are we gonna walk down this way? Okay, so we're gonna walk down this way. But yeah, so this is a fantastic area. I kind of wish that we had a second day here. I wish we had basically an extra day everywhere, really. Chicago would have been great. Detroit would have been great. And as boring as I thought Omaha would be, I really like this area of town. I really wish we had more time to explore.
On the Old Market Passageway.
Oh, hey, let's take a look at this. The Old Market Passageway. I don't know, you can't really see it, but
If you look in there, it's like, it feels like sort of like a French villa inside kind of thing.
it's a little dark, but hopefully you guys can see a little bit of that. Here's what I'm gonna tell you. I'm loving Omaha thus far. I really wish we had time to explore, because again, I thought it would be a little more boring, but it seemed to have really cool stuff here. So
We're not even gonna get to see the zoo.
we're not gonna get to see the zoo, but we're gonna go in and have a bite to eat, and I will update you guys later about you know, what's going on there. But this place looks fantastic. I'm very excited about it. And then back to the hotel, because tomorrow we are on to Denver, which unfortunately we have a lot of things planned. So early morning and a long drive, and then we'll be in Denver.
If you want to know all about that, patreon.com/ohtheanthem.
Yes, so we're going to be doing a special podcast in Denver. I think that you guys who follow us and watch our you know, our Cinco de Drinko episodes might know what's up with the episode in Denver, but we're gonna go, we're gonna do a special episode. It'll be available only for our Patreon subscribers. That's patreon.com/ohtheanthem is where you can get that, and the bonus episodes that we've already done, and all the pre-roll footage. All of that is available there only to Patreon subscribers, so check that out. Otherwise, we'll update more. Like I said, we're gonna eat, and then we're headed back to the hotel, and then sleep, and tomorrow on to Denver. And there'll be a little bit of content there, I'm sure. It'll be interesting, so check that out. Otherwise, for those of you on the East Coast, it's a little late at night. I just realized we are an hour ahead, and you know, we're a little behind. But anyway, have a great night, everybody. I hope you're following along and enjoying the updates. Let me know what you think at Robert N. Cheek on all your social networks. Thanks, Corey. And we'll check you all later. Hey everybody, so we are headed west, kind of to catch you guys up. Last night we went out in Omaha, beautiful city, fantastic, loved it. Wish that we could have had a little extra time. We got in a little bit late and really only had time to go out to dinner and then back to record a little bit of the podcast, which will be available on Tuesday, so make sure you check that out. Then after that it was to bed, because we had to get up early this morning. Another long driving day today. We're looking at, I think, about 7.5 hours today, so we'll have to see how that pans out. But I'm in the lead, so things are going well. We're moving quickly. We are headed west across Nebraska on I-80. It is a long, straight drive. I'm really enjoying the 75 miles an hour, because I don't know if I could stand this at like Maryland's 60 standard. But Nebraska is freaking gorgeous. I kind of wish that we had been here a little earlier in the year, because I have a feeling that there were some beautiful rolling hills of like corn and soybeans and grain, and I know we get a little bit of that in Maryland, but I can't even extend to you how big some of these fields are. Like looking left and right from the highway, you can just see miles in that direction, and it's nothing but fields. And then, oh hey, there's some cows over there, and oh, some horses over there, but for the most part, just fields. So I guarantee you that this was gorgeous a few weeks ago when before the crops got harvested. But just the same, really enjoying the view of Nebraska. The sky is a gorgeous blue color. If you watched the video from last night, we were freezing. I mean, it was really cold in Omaha, and it is just as cold here in Nebraska, even during the day. But the one great thing is that the clear cold gives you a gorgeous blue when you get out here in the middle of nowhere. So I am looking forward to the rest of this trip. It's going to be a long night, but tonight we end in Denver, and we're hoping to get there a little bit early. I'm looking at probably like 5:30, 6 o'clock, which would be great, and then we can kind of enjoy the spoils of Denver, if you will. There's a special kind of tourism in Denver, and I think that we're going to be partaking. So look for updates later. I'm sure they'll be entertaining. We are going to record a full bonus podcast, so make sure you check that out. It's going to be for Patreon subscribers only, so you have to go to patreon.com/ohtheanthem. But we decided last night we're going to make that available to anyone who signs up. So for just the minimal $1 support on Patreon, you'll get access to this very special episode that is sure to be entertaining. We're also going to be doing another of our on the road series, so look for that next Tuesday. We've been updating basically from every city that we've been in, so it's been great. But in the meantime, we are on the straight and narrow, the very long straight and narrow I-80 crossing Nebraska. Yeah, it's weird because, as of last night, we officially were further west than I had ever been before in my life. Well, that's not true. Driven before. I've driven with the family out to Kansas City and Springfield, Missouri. We had gone to, I've flown to Vegas, I've flown to Phoenix, I've flown to LA, and I've flown to Hawaii, so all points west, I suppose. But it gives you a new appreciation for how big the country is when you take a drive like this. Like, America is huge. I've traveled in Europe a little bit, and the idea that we are crossing a state that is bigger than some countries in Europe is just insane to me. So it has really given me a new appreciation for the country, and the different kind of people and things that you see around. I mean, that's it's not something I would have been exposed to otherwise. So I am really super appreciative of the opportunity to take this trip. Like, learning so much, doing so much, seeing so many things that I would never have seen before. It is a change of life experience, which is exactly what I hoped that this trip and this move would be. So mission accomplished, I guess, in a way. So look for another update later, probably late in the afternoon, right before we get to Colorado. I got like a crick in my neck and some like a headache and some muscle pain just being in the car so long. I'm hoping that when I get to Colorado, Denver, I can find something that will get rid of that. So we'll see. But look up for updates later. Make sure you're following at Robert and Cheek on all your social networks. And of course, check out a new episode of the podcast on Tuesday. That's at ohtheanthem.com, at ohtheanthem on all your social networks. Check out some of the pictures from this trip. It's been pretty crazy. I've been hopefully as sharing as I can on Instagram and Twitter and over on Facebook at Robert and Cheek everywhere. And I really enjoy that there are people who are following along on this entire adventure with me. It makes me feel like I'm taking a little bit of Maryland out here west, and it's really great. So another 6 hours of driving ahead, and then we will be in about 5 hours we'll be hitting the foothills of the Rockies, which I'm really excited for, because as beautiful as Nebraska is with the rolling hills and the flat plains, I can't imagine how good it's going to look when we get up into the base of the Rockies. So hopefully I'll have an opportunity to stop and take a couple pictures and Hey guys, so I noticed when reviewing the video for this compilation that we were missing an update from Denver. Yeah, so there's probably a good reason why. If you've checked out our bonus podcast that was recorded in Denver, that's the bonus podcast of the the Anthem, then you would know why I forgot to update that particular video. So make sure you do check out that bonus podcast. If you want to hear it, the only way you can hear it is to send a message to the Anthem on Twitter or Instagram. Or Facebook, and you can send an email to Corey@otheanthem.com, and you can get a special copy of that podcast that's only been heard by a few people, but that will explain the lack of a video update. But anyway, moving on our journey. Hey everybody, so I just want to do a quick update. We are here in Vegas. We are staying at the MGM. So after a very long day, about 12 hours, a little more than 12 hours of driving, and an extra time zone, here we are, live in Vegas. I'm going to try and update a little bit later, but I need to get some food and get some alcohol. So make sure you're following along at Robert and Cheek on all your social networks. Thanks. Oh man, it is crazy to take a trip down memory lane. I hope that you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. Keep looking for new videos. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. You can do that down below. Make sure that you're following me on social media at Robert and Cheek on all your social networks. And of course, if you want to help support all the things that I do, producing content, writing screenplays, writing novels, all that stuff, you can do that at patreon.com/Robert N. Cheek. You guys know that I appreciate it. My Patreon supporters are the best. But look for more videos coming soon. Take care, everybody.